Hi everyone, Sailor Moon here, Serena here, doing another live stream. Yes, I'm doing this live stream outside, you know. And yes, it is a kind of cloudy day. We did have rain before that. And I know that a lot of folks doing live streams or shorts or outside films, it's something that a lot of folks do, but keep in mind we didn't do it until we got our Y speaker, and that would have been at least 1, 2, 3, 4, soon to be 5 months ago. So sorry for that clearing of the throat. It always seems to happen a lot when we make films. Nothing we can truly do about it. So a lot of folks always ask, they're like, Sailor Moon, they're like, Serena, how long is this fairway going to go for? And are the mic keepers ever going to do a live stream? Is Jordan going to do a live stream again? Will we ever see the TWS first live stream besides the Google Hangout? Will Xena do a live stream again? I don't know. I don't got the answers for that. Now, first off, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has ever followed us for all of the 10 years, soon to be 11 years next month. Now, I know that in life there are going to be... Shift my neck. That's so cute. Why is no one talking about? I don't know, Reenie, why no one's talking about or what they're talking about. So what I am going to talk about is, so you know how there's always going to be folks that fight, and on the interweb, fighting is also a thing too. So we'll have Sailor Venus or Sailor V. It goes, oh, hello everyone. Why is no one talking about? Oh, hi. You mean why they're not writing on the shout out box is what you mean to say. I don't know. They have nothing to say, I guess. I don't know. I also have, Sailor Outlaw comes on and says, hello, everyone. Then you got Reenie saying, how cute. Why is no one talking? Why is no one talking? Oh, hello. Hello, Reenie. Hello. Wonderful. Hi. Someone says, hi, everyone. So, Sailor Venus or Sailor V or Sailor Hellworld or whatever you want to say, apparently there were two other folks that started it. I don't know their names or their handles. We'll just say one was calling themselves, we'll say Dustin, Sailor Star Fighter. I don't know. Or whatever. Or Sailor Star Maker, Jordan, Sailor Star Healer, Jillian. Whatever Wanda Fury, along with someone else, said or started something on her shout out box. I don't know what. It then goes on that they started something. She stood up for herself and told them off for whatever they were doing. Then she gets her, followership, board or whatever you want to call it, flagged for not following the followership oversight, whatever oversight it was. And they told her, oh, you can't do nothing into 5 spans. Well, I don't know that much about how long 5 spans go for, but I would think it's way past the 5 spans and she still can't put nothing on her followership board. The grounds to why I keep out of these things is that if you see, what happens is if you sometimes stand up for yourself or others to a bully or a troll or a hater, the bully, troll, or hater might, spin it that they're being bullied, that they're being trolled, and they're being hated, and they might fake flag you. And that someone at YouTube or Euro might say, well, because when you flag a film, a upload, a live stream, a short, a post, whatever, a podcast, they only see one film. They don't see two uploads, two live streams, two shorts, two podcasts, two writings, so they can see who said what or who did what. They only see one. So they got to make a doom call on whatever they happen to see. And there are some folks on this website that sometimes want you to stand up to them. They want you to say something so they can then fake flag you and make you out to be the bully, troll, or hater when you weren't. And then either lose your good standing if you already gotten a warning, which we never got no warnings or strikes. We never did. We've been in good standing with followership oversight, with ownership and double right. No warnings, no strikes. So yeah. So that's why we don't have anything to do with trolls or bullies or haters or whatever they want to be called or whatever you want to call them. Because it's just a good way to lose your good standing. It says, is it going to give hearts? I'm going to keep live, not going to talk in the chat. Is it going to give hearts? You mean like if someone is like going to hit that thing on the side and put a heart down? Well, keep in mind, I'm running this through their wireless tool, so it might not, all the settings might not work the same way that they do if I was running it through the website, through my web shooter. So, I got like all these settings here, and I don't know, and really none of them really do anything very well. I think one setting might shift which shooter that I'm filming it through. Another setting, I don't know, has to do with how loud or how soft it is. Someone has to do with skimming, I don't know, blowing it up or something. And this last thing with the lightning, I don't know what it does. Well, I see Novocaine. Hello. Well, welcome to my live stream. I got two folks watching, one thumb up, and if you hit that X over there, well, hey, that's a good way to get in your, so I just got done telling why I tend to keep out of, those things. Because I know I come off like a broken reckoning or a broken song disc or a skipping song disc, but starting from 2008 YL to 2003 between FYL, I did get bullied and trolled and picked on. But not by folks in the Sailor Moon followership, by other followerships. And yeah, I did have to deal with, folks writing and mean things on the films and on the FARIWay. Then came the hacking. And then when that didn't work, came the fake. I lost one FARIWay to being hacked, about other FARIWays to being fake flagged. So I can understand what happened to Sailor Venus or Sailor V or Sailor Hellworld or whatever she's called, whenever you want to call herself. So I can understand that. Nick goes, oh, good work, Sailor Moon. Oh, no, I lost my striker to my speaker it's at 1. Yeah, ain't that sad? You go out somewhere, you might your Y speaker to 100, and then you go out, you're either, I don't know, making a film or something, or you're calling someone or something, or you're going on the internet or whatever, and then you go, oh, well, if you're out and about, see, I only let my Y speaker go to about 70 or so. Maybe he's in about 50, 75 before I might it back up. You see, a lot of folks make a mistake and they let their Y speakers go from 100 to 1. Then they might them back up. And then they go, oh, why is my Y speaker cell pack not keeping might anymore? Because you gave it the longer it mites up, it starts losing might over time. So yeah, don't let it go from 100 to 1, because you might just kill your cell pack one day. You might might it up from from nothing to 100, and then wonder why it's not holding it. Well, guess what happens? I sorry you were bullied and also bullied. I was bullied in younger high. But so we love you for what you doesn't shift anything about you. You are awesome. I've given this live stream a thumb up. Well, thank you. And keep in mind that Dwayne, we never did anything to these folks. The only thing we may have been guilty of was standing up for ourselves. That was the only thing we were guilty of. You see, a lot of folks believe that the film you are watching now, was wrong. That it was, I don't know, sinful, unlawful, evil, wicked. They felt that Dwayne was a bad slay on the interweb. They thought that Dwayne was doing wrong and he needed to be off the interweb. But you see, the bind with that mindset and stand is that a lot of folks were doing it. When we first came on here, there was no Sailor Moon doll shows. You had Mario, you had Sonic, you had SpongeBob, you had Mickey Mouse, you had everyone else, but you had no Sailor Moon doll shows. So Dwayne made the first Sailor Moon doll show from Sailor Moon Red, then Sailor Moon Red 1, Sailor Moon's Best 1, Sailor Moon's Best 2, Sailor Moon on YouTube. Sailor Moon on YouTube misspelled to you with Sailor Moon Red 1, 2, 3, 4, and Sailor Moon Tube 11, which became Sailor Moon for Life. And first they would just, So we know what Sailor Venus or Sailor V or Sailor Hellworld's going through. About, the fake flagging, all that shit. But sometimes I would say, and in the past she would always be, she'd always be starting something. Like there was Tom and Jerry, I don't know, and she had something against them. And I said, why is she doing something? What did they do? Someone said, oh, just on look, her bind with them. No, I don't really think anyone should be getting a bind with anyone. So there had to be, so she had to have said something, or they fake flagged her. Either way, I don't know. And she hasn't come on since then. It goes Dwayne or Dwayne. The first spelling, the D-U-N-E way. It goes, right now I heard from Sailor Moon. It's the name of the moon. I will glee you. Yeah, well, thank you for that. And keep in mind, she's not on here right now. So she can't speak for what was going on. So I don't know. I told her, I said, Mina, Sailor Venus or Sailor V or Sailor Hellworld, I said, you gotta follow followership oversight. Even if you don't stand with them, you do. Then later on, I wrote down, I said, I got fake flagged myself. So I can mourn once, so I can understand how it is to be fake flagged. Because I got one fairway hacked. Sundrous fairways were fake flagged. And if you wonder how I got hacked, do not know. All I can tell you is that back in the day, a long time ago, when I first came on here, and we're talking about back in 2008 YL, when you could have two logins. You could have your Google login, your YouTube login, and they weren't the same. So you could log in to YouTube through your Google login or your YouTube login. And what I think may have happened is that there may have been a website breach. That someone may have hacked at a website, somehow gotten, inner wires and step words and just gave them out to folks, and someone got lucky. They said, hey, look, it's Serena77. Look, it's Sailor Moon, whatever. And at the time, they were weak. They were weak step words. And I didn't know anything about strength or strong or weak step words. Didn't really know that much about hacking beyond all the ways it could be done. So when I started making other fairways, I made seen that they were strong step words, and I got a pass key now. So good luck. So one thing I was never going to have was weak step words anymore. It goes, did you see the TWF live stream? Yeah, I did. It was good. I did watch it. What did you think about, what, did you go to Philadelphia instead to see Wrestle Madness? No, I did not. Um, it said, Dwayne, did you hit up Wrestle Madness? Yeah, I was not there, but I watched it from home. Thought it was good. You should stand up on a seat and can give a gift, and can he give him new dolls? I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, there's a doll stand or a book stand that we stand on back in the room if you're talking about that. If you're talking about the newer dolls that came out, like the Internal dolls and Forever dolls, I think they're good. I like them. They're a little more smaller than the Bandai or Irwin toy dolls of me, but so it is what it is. So anyway, now keep in mind that at the end of the day, that was what happened to me. But now these days, Sailor Moon Serena, like to think about all the good things that happened and all the good friends that I made, or I guess you can call them friends on the interwebs, And here I am, soon to be 11 years of Sailor Moon for life. The 5th month, the 8th between, is going to that's going to make 11 years when that happens. So 11 years ago, that's going to happen. It has happened. And I didn't think this fairway would be around for 11 years. But I got lucky. Strong step word. Later on, a pass key. And that's how it went. Now, I once used to make a lot of films a day. And this was from 2008 YL. And I think my cutoff may have been at least going into what? I'm going to say 2012 YL. That would have been the end of it. But now, since I got this Y speaker, I at least make 2 films a day, sometimes 3 if I happen to be in the mood. Yes, you can buy me gifts if you want to, even though some folks will say you really shouldn't ask for anyone to give you anything on the interwebs because you don't know them that well, and they could be up to no good. At least that's the warning they always tell you, But yeah, you can if you want. If I trust you enough and you trust me. It said, where was this doll made? It looks like it was made. Well, this doll was made by Irwin. This doll of me was made by Irwin Toy, either in 2000 YL or 2001 YL. So yes, it was the later offshoot of the Sailor Moon dolls made by Irwin Toy. It said, I've been watching you for 10 years. You've been on since Sailor Moon Red. You've been awesome since the start. Well, thank you for saying that, Jason. This is my beloved Sailor Moon, is Fairway for known. Yeah, well, thank you for saying that. I know there are many other folks in the Sailor Moon followership who, most of them are doll gatherers, and most of them will only, talk about, things about the show, but very few of them will ever take their dolls out or play with them or show them off or do what I'm doing. I mean, there was Sailor Moon Jacob. He did do that, but he left. And there was some other folks that did do it once, but they're gone. And there's someone called Tina Warrior, whatever her name is. I don't know her handle. But she does Sailor Moon doll shows, but she also does squeeze dolls from other drawing shows or drawing films. It said, "This was my beloved Fairway of all time." Well, thank you. And guess what? I did make a mistake. When I first came on this Fairway back in 2008 YL, I said my tube about 3 times. Ha ha ha. About 3 times I did. And that was a mistake. And a lot of the films that I said and made back then, they're gone. The only films I now have are going back to 2003 between FYL, soon to be 11 years. So it is what it is, you know. And a lot of folks will say, "Oh, well, Serena, Sailor Moon, don't you think you should be a mate?" No, I don't want to be a mate. I'm already following the followership oversight, ownership, and double right oversight or law. Why would I want to be following mateship oversight, showing oversight, which shifts almost monthly or yearly, and then get flagged because they shift to oversight and you didn't know about it because you didn't read it or watch a film? So no, thank you. I don't want to have anything to do with mateship. And folks will say, "Oh, well, you can make GALD." Yeah, you can make GALD working full-time or half-time. You can make GALD through the team stronghold leadership. There are many ways you can get or make GALD. So if that's the only upside, the rest is the downside. Bitching and ranting about shift to the mateship oversight or showing oversight. Having your films being flagged for you can't make any GALD off of this, and then getting a hold of someone and them saying they can't help you, you know, or shifting the oversight monthly or yearly. Then they're going to take income toll out of your GALD in your behalf, so you hope that they're taking the right amount, the right GALD out for gathering right share and near. Don't want to go for that. I did not come on here to be a mate. That was not my goal, not my calling. It goes, "Oh, it said this is my only Sailor Moon Fairway, so I followed all the rest. Everything is fun. Everything, don't forget to hit the bind and help out Sailor Moon for life." Yeah, I maybe only have 3,311 followers or something like that. I don't know, 100 followers. I know it's not a big deal. I know there's folks out there that got way more followers than I have, and some of them go way back to, that. I also like the Jordan Long Fairway as well. Well, thank you for that as well. And hopefully you like the Xena Melinda Pappas one, the TWF Wrestling one, and the Power Rangers for Life or My Keepers for Life one too. Even though this one is the one that folks tend to like more than all the other ones. Well, now I got 9 followers and 8 thumbs up going on. I like all of them. I also like Sailor Moon, and I like Jordan Long and Xena too. All of them. When one following, when you were talking about she doesn't want any mishap, mateship. Yeah, it means I want nothing to do with being a YouTube mate or YouTube mateship or anything like that. I don't. Even if I meet the standards of getting in by, "Oh, you got enough followers, you got enough watch time," I still wouldn't take them up because all the other shit's just way too much. So, no thank you. And it also means I do not want to get any mateships of any businesses. I don't want nothing to do with that shit either. So, you know how that goes. Like, it says, so you know how that goes. Like, yeah. Well, what else can I say? Well, I gotta say, it says my beloved saga, but I am happy alive too. On look, yes. Well, yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. Well, even the truth is, I wouldn't meet their standards anyway. You know, and I don't get enough watch time or looking on my films, so it wouldn't be worth anyone's time. And on top of that, if anyone is going to buy time on my films through Google, through YouTube, good luck. Because I'm not going to get a lot of watch time. It's not like this live stream is going to get so much watch time that that Pizza Berg or Flatbread Berg, which is in McKeesport Stead, that we go to from time to time, or at least buy from them from time to time, would want to buy time on that and then go, oh, it only got 25 folks watching. Well, no one's going to be watching our showing den. It's going to play before or during or after it. And speaking of that, folks, one time, so this was laughable. I did laugh at this. So this may have happened around the 10th month of 2004 between FYL, when my Dell middle top board top reckoner with small soft Windows Vista died, and then I was borrowing a middle top reckoner with small soft Windows 7 on it, and then years later I go back at that film and I laugh because some business bought showing time on it. Some business thought that Sailor Moon, talking about why having a Dell middle top reckoner with small soft Windows 7 on it. It's like, well, if Jordan's being spied up lately. It said that was small soft Windows 7 was good, but it wasn't. The truth is, I have small soft Windows 7. All the reckoners that I ever had either had small soft Windows on it or Google Chrome OS. Now, I know there's going to be folks out there saying, oh, you should go to Gecko Linux. First off, Gecko Linux, forgive me, but it's bullshit. So I had one once, or my friend, or I should say, my husband, Tuxedo Max Darian, had one once. Or was it anyway? It was always bullshit. It would say, you want to update? You go into updates, and it would say, sorry, you're not the owner of this reckoner. You're not the one that set up Gecko Linux. Okay, that's bullshit. You want to know why small soft Windows, Google Chrome OS, or Apple's Macintosh OS get more reckoners sold? Because at least a lot of folks know how Windows, Mac OS, and Chrome OS work. They don't have all these, misleading bullshit about, oh, sorry, you can't update because you're not the owner, when you bought it and you set it up and you set everything up so you would be the owner of it or the runner of it, or tools or settings that don't run right. It says, but if you like Gecko Linux, that's all great for you, But the first reckoner I had, had small soft Windows X20 on it, and it was Comcast Basario. The next one I had was the E-Machines with small soft Windows XP. Then I had my first Dell with small soft Windows Vista. Then I had another Reckoner, then that had window. Then I have another Reckoner had small soft Windows XP. That was the first Dell. The two-diff Dell had small soft Windows Vista. The laptop Dell, the middle-top Dell, had small soft Windows 7. Then after that, then I got the LG Google Chrome base, so Google Chrome OS, followed by, because after that Dell, I got Acer with small soft Windows 8.1, which was all fucked up. Then I was sharing a Gateway Reckoner with small soft Windows 8.1. I soon got small soft Windows 10. Then I got an LG Chrome base with Google Chrome OS. Then an HP with small soft Windows 7, small soft Windows 10. Before I ended up getting the American Monastics, or AM, with small soft Windows 11. And I'm still yielding for 20 free H2 because I didn't get that yet. And hopefully we all get it soon, because 20 free H2 is seeking its way on Reckoners that either meet the standards or don't meet the standards. Or at least that's what my friend Sailor Mercury, Sailor Quicksilver Amy said. Do you play any games? Here and there. Some of them was Mario. I played Mario Kart World and Mario Wayne World on the Over Nintendo. I played my game, Sailor Moon R, on the Over Nintendo, but that was mostly it. I didn't really, and I may have played some of the My Keeper game, the one of them that either went to the small soft Xbox, but that's about it. I didn't really play any other games. At least not on my Reckoner, I haven't. And don't get me started about, and you're like, you put any other tools? Yeah, well, guess what? Some tools just don't want. So here's a downside. You download a tool or a game from either, Google Play, Apple Song, whatever, and it either doesn't open. Like that's TikTok. It doesn't open at all. It's broke. Or you get one where you can't get out, and you got to either shut down or start over. It said, I know my beloved films are every time you share books and you get from the book house. That's my beloved. Yeah, that's something that Jordan does a lot of, Now it's kind of dark, so I got to shift on the light, which is kind of bullshit. Unless you folks can still see me. Well, I guess so. Oh, say, where else are we at here? It said, hello there, only got here. Yeah, welcome to my live stream with 11 folks watching, 11 thumbs up. And I started the live stream outside, but so now I just came inside and I'm doing it from the living room of the house. And I know that, that my films might not be out. It goes, hey, 11, that's really lucky. I guess so. Thank you. I know my uploads, live streams, shorts might not be as beloved, might not be as might not be as glee as everyone else out here, but I think they're good. All right. And a lot of folks always will say, Sailor Moon, Serena, why don't you ever skim your films out? Because one, it takes up too much time to put your film in, to cut something out, to make something brighter, to make something dark. It's always a hit and miss. When you cut something out, it tends more to fuck your film up. And it even takes too long to fillet your film. You get lucky one time when it cuts something out. You're acting way too much if it does it again. So no, I don't do that. And it's like nothing outstanding. It's like, oh, make a beginning sheet, end sheet to your film. Oh, I can make your films brighter, darker. Hey, I'm going to cut something out. I'm going to be a hit and miss. I'm going to work great one time. The next time I'm going to fuck up. You're going to cut your film in half like a sandwich and you can't do anything before and after the cut. Or I'm going to take too long for laying. It said, hello, how are you doing today? Doing well. Trust me, seeing your uploads every day makes the world to me. Well, you're welcome for that. You know? Gonna get that off the screen. You know? So a lot of folks out there, you know, might think that. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to, you know, it goes, what else? It said how, it said the other things. Well, I know that at the end of the day, you can't make everyone happy. You can't make everyone glee, you know, or glad over your work. That's true. You know, either there's something that someone likes about you or your work, or there's something they do not. You know. So, and I've been doing this for a long time, and some folks might not. It goes, I love your doll gathering so much. Yeah, well, guess what? Most of all of us came from Amazon. Some of us from eBay, but most came from Amazon or Strong Woman, you know, and some of them, you know. And I know someone might say, well, speaking of that, it's a furlong gathering. So what I got to get on the next time, I don't know if I'll ever get these folks. And I don't know. I don't know. I had to get, you know, Sapphire and Emerald next. So then the Dead Moon, so the Black Moonkin will be done. As far as getting all the squeeze dolls that the Great Eastern Glee's done, your guess is good as mine. Those go through Walmart's website and Amazon's website or Strong Woman's, whatever. If you really want it, and getting the older Sailor Moon dolls that Bandai and Irwin made, you either got to go for eBay, Etsy, Overstock, Deal Dash, and that's mostly about it. It's a furlonging thing. It's going to most likely take years to get every other doll that Irwin or Bandai ever made. You know, it goes, I'm a little pony follower. That's good to hear. Yeah, between eBay or Etsy, those always seem to be the website that a lot of folks tend to sell the old Irwin and old Bandai Sailor Moon dolls through. But you know me, I don't have a reckoning with them. And I do, and let's just say I do have a boundary, a gal boundary, who doesn't these days. And I got a credit card or a borrowed sheet. But yeah, do I want to be answerable for yielding back, you know, months, you know, from PMC? And they'll say, and then my mother might say, Serena, Sailor Moon, why do I get some kind of thing from PMC saying that you bought some doll or something from eBay or Etsy, and now you got to spend about 5 months or less yielding back it? Yeah. And you see, a lot of folks don't really tend to buy things from eBay and Etsy. One, because the bidding. Two, because their worths are too much. You know, a lot of folks like to bitch and say, oh, you know, Amazon, they got too many their worths are too much. Well, eBay and Etsy and Overstock and Deal Dash have a lot of high worths too. It said, how many dolls do you have that dollhouse? No, I don't got that dollhouse, but I living in that house now. When I made a film once saying I live in that house now, when I watched that film, this house you see here, I'm living in it now. I've been living in it since 2008 between FYL. So I truly lived in the house that Irwin Toy made back then. Even though it's not cut in half, you know. No, I do not have that dollhouse. It said Irwin Toys and Bandai are worth as much. Well, I got almost every single Elder there is. I had to get, Sailor Saturn or Sailor Ringworld. I had to get the Squeeze doll through Amazon through the Great Eastern Glee because, well, anyway, so I almost got everybody there is. I still have to work on getting the other Irwin or Bandai dolls, the Great Eastern Glee dolls, whatever. You know? And I also thinking it won't go bad if I ever got the Irwin toy take on Sailor Mini Moon so I can see between the Bandai and that take. But sometimes a lot of folks over the years like to say that Bandai dolls aren't as good as the Irwin dolls. But I'm here to tell you, I think that the Irwin dolls and the Bandai dolls were both good. And sometimes you got to get what you're going to get. Sometimes that was good enough, you know? See, Dwayne was a latecomer to the show. But if Dwayne had gotten into the show back in the day when it was on UPN, WB, Fox, later on USA Cartoon, and if he would have gone to, I don't know, let's say Kmart, Hills before it became Ames, Toys R Us, KB Toys, whatever, then there would have been the Irwin toy and the Bandai ones. And then sometimes the Bandai ones would have been sold first before the Irwin ones. And sometimes one might be more cheaper than the other, and sometimes it's greater than nothing. So I like the Irwin toy ones and the Bandai ones. It says I got the Bandai Sailor Saturn, a Sailor Ringworld doll. It was really worth a lot. I wanted it since I was about 10 years ago. How? Have a great day. And then anyway, do Twitter help you understand the gift thing? Yeah, I do have Twitter. I'll have to, I gotta go upstairs anyway to do that thing. But I do not have the Twitter tool on my Y speaker. I'll have to go upstairs on my reckoner to do that. So let me go and take care of that. All right, now I'm upstairs. Let's see. All right, I want to go on Twitter, Gil right now. Go down here. Paste and double that. All right, let's see what I can do. Oh. Then I'm going to have to do is, let's see. Then I'm going to have to do is, I could always go in here, double and drop this, get out of this. Sorry for that burp, folks. Then go into YouTube and see if I can go into my live stream on the website while I'm filming it through the okay, messed it. While I'm filming it through my Y speaker. All right. Now, let's see what I can do. Go into here, go into live. Well, let's see. If I click on live, what will it do? It just, yeah, well, here's what I can do. I'm gonna, why do they keep doing this for? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna go into my FARIWAY. Then I'm gonna go into where it says that, you know, more thing. Or yeah, here we go. Set up FARIWAY. And then I'm going to send a link down here. Put it down here. Where'd that be at? Link. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's the link. And I'll write down Twitter. And then while I'm doing that, I will. Should be up there. The way to get onto it. So, I won. I'm being a meatball head right now. And I. Yeah. All right. Fillet that. Go to FARIWAY to see how that looks. Now I'll go back into here and we'll see if it's. Oh, no, we're going to do is go back into here. Sorry, we'll see what you do. Now I'm just going to go into here and we'll just click on see more and we'll see if it's listed here. No, it's not coming up at all. That's bullshit because I know I kept it. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's my link right there. There's my setup for my Twitter. It's right there. It's Serena 914. It's Serena 914696688. So there it is. Yeah, I know. Being a meatball head right now. For any of you folks that have ever watched the Deke or Cloverway Sailor Moon would understand that. All right. Now I'll go in and look at that. Well, should I do that now or should I? Yeah. All right. So, anyway, I just want to tell folks that, what else we got down here? It said, oh, I'm going to eat dinner. Only just check out sometime. Do your thing. Being cool. All right. And I'll see ya. Thank you for coming on. We'll see what you wrote down. All right. So, all right, folks. Well, before we go, we do have, let's see. Here I am on the words, and it does not say anything. Like, here's everybody wrote something down. Unless we're talking about the followership board on my FARIWAY. That might be it. Well, it didn't show up. Well, all right, folks. One more thing before I go. Here we go. Okay, come on. Oh. Time on look yielded for by the following. If you ever need to read, have your Fleethurst read. If you have kind 1 or kind 2 Fleethurst sickness, then get one touch or one handle. They give you 50 stretch sticks to stretch your Fleethurst sickness. The entrusted one handle or one touch or one handle. Well, thank you, Luna, for saying that. All right. It says, hey, I appreciate him too. That's wonderful news to hear that. Since it's sad he's going to give out his. It's sad he not give out the right need. What, me? That I didn't give out the right feed to Twitter or Gil, or he didn't? Well, I don't know. All I'm going to tell everybody, thank you for watching my live stream. And if you like what you see, don't forget to thumb up, share, and playlist this film. Hit that ringer and bind so you know when the next upload, live stream, or short's been done. Watch the other stream you made where Sailor Mini Moon or Sailor Rini or Small Moon Blue Moon talked about who she liked the most, Harios or Caribou. You mean you didn't give out on your film? Well, I put it on the fairway, and since he was on my fairway, he would come on and see it. And that was what I read out. That was my handle on Twitter or Gil, the way that it was written down. So it is what it is. It's right. Can you understand it, Dwayne? It's from English. Yeah, I speak English, or Norvinlander 41 Reich for 141 Riker English. Yes, it was written in English. The handle is in English. I don't know what. All right. Well, all right. I guess I'll see you all. Goodbye, everyone.